Hello and welcome back to our Ironman challenge in Nova Aetas, and well, we're up against a couple of Sea Raiders in our first battle here. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I probably need to disable banner carriers, maybe. I know that a lot of people, when I used to play Nova Aetas, used to say, oh, you should probably disable the banner carriers because they're going to be kind of useless in battle. And that might very well be true, but well, at the moment I can't do anything about it, so we're just going to have to use them. It's going to be kind of hilarious to go up against Sea Raiders with banners, but well, as I say, I can't do anything about it at the moment, and I'm probably going to forget towards the end of the battle anyway, so that usually happens. Anyway, let's see if we can survive our amazing endeavor to defeat. Oh wow, okay, yeah, let's be a little bit cautious here. I'm considering thinking always of myself playing Prophecy of Pendor, because in our current Ironman challenge in Pendor, it is, well, we're doing pretty well. My character is very strong, pretty easily capable of defending herself really, really easily in actual fact, in comparison to this one, which I've just obviously started, and, well, he's not too good just yet, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there very... well, not quickly. We're not going to get there that quickly, as you can see. Okay, I'm going to have to do something here. I'm going to have to take this... there we go. Take that guy down. There we go. And then we can take that guy down as well. Wait a minute. You see this? This sword can only stab when you have a shield equipped. Okay, that is actually a massive drawback of that sword. That is actually good to know, and something that I did not know beforehand. So that could have potentially been my death right there. Literally, right there. That is actually kind of bad. I mean, it's definitely a good sword, but when you're on foot, and when you're not on a horse, it can't swing. I feel like that's kind of weird. I don't know why that is indeed the case, but anyway, we are here at the moment. I was actually waiting for Olaf. That guy's fighting some people. Should we go in and fight with him? There's only one. Okay, let's just... yeah, we're not going to get any relation now, but we gain 1 florin. Oh, 1 florin. So thankful for that 1 florin, but there you go. Rush to the aid of the village farmers. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Actually, you know what? I'm not going to rush to their aid just yet because I would like to level up a couple of people first. But, yeah, anyway, it's good to know that we have a bit of an issue with the sword when we have infantry combat on our hands. And bear in mind that I am now going to be doing that almost all the time because I don't have a horse anymore, which is kind of bad. Oh, dear. Okay, so this guy is going to be using these weapons, the new guy that we just recruited, and we're going to get some additional food because we are about to run out. So let's get some bread, and I have to buy dirty water. That's not exactly something I want to do, but I kind of have to. Yeah, otherwise I'm going to run out, and that's going to be even worse. So let's go into the tavern here real quick. There's a relic seller, traveler, and so on and so forth. Nothing too amazing there at the moment, and we're going to speak to Nazaria and give him some new boots. Actually, his boots are pretty good at the moment, so we'll just give him some new armor. We'll give him a shield, and he's using a decent weapon. I'm actually thinking of stealing this. I'm going to steal this, and I'll just give him the chipped Nordic sword. Didn't really want to steal it, but it's kind of something that I have to do. Anyway, otherwise what we're going to do is we are also going to take an action, and we are going to read the essays on logic book, because that is going to give us intelligence. And intelligence is, of course, extremely important for my character build at the moment. Alright, so let's see. Where are those villagers? Do I see them? They're right there, inside the sprite. It's very difficult to see them, as you can see. So let's go in and see if we can help them. Okay, 22 against 14. This might be... ooh... I don't know whether we're going to be able to do this. I don't have a horse. I don't have enough money for a horse. So even if I wanted to... oh, I could have stolen Nazaria's, actually. Should I just steal his horse? You know what? I'm going to retreat real quick for no penalty, because we can do that if we're not engaged with the opponent. And I'm actually going to steal his horse. right now. I know this is... Oh, I can't. I need 2 in writing skill. Wait a minute. Maybe I can get 2 in writing skill. So let's just do intelligence once again, because that's what we're doing. And let's get 2 in writing skill. Shall we get some points in shield as well? Shield's pretty important, so let's get another point in shield. Alright, so I actually did forget that I didn't take his horse, and now what has happened is that Diragun's army has actually joined with us against these Sea Raiders, which I'm going to say I'm not that disappointed by. I was actually kind of disappointed initially, but then after 2 seconds I was like, oh yeah, I was probably going to lose that battle anyway, considering my HP level is a bit on the dicey side, you know. It's not in a particularly good place at the moment, especially for an Ironman challenge. If this was a new series where I wasn't wanting to prevent myself from dying, then I wouldn't mind. You know, I'd be perfectly fine with attacking at this point, but I'm going to try and keep my new horse alive as much as I can. Bear in mind that the scimitar I'm using is not the best in terms of its reach, but it is very good at what it does. As you can see, we already killed one, and we're distracting a bunch of people as well, which is very nice. And maybe I'll be able to get another kill as well. I very much want to level up again as soon as possible. No. Yeah, no, that's going to be too late for me to get any more kills. Oh, no, never mind. We actually did it. Fantastic. There's level 4 for us. That's another point in intelligence. That's great. Okay, so let's hire the farmer, a wooden shield. I guess we'll take it just to sell. And otherwise, I'm going to be leveling up my intelligence once more. Wondering whether I should also spec into pathfinding, because pathfinding is going to be very important for us. I probably want to spec into some prisoner management as well, because eventually we're going to be able to take prisoners, and at the moment I do not currently have the facility to do that, which is pretty bad. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to spec all in pathfinding at the moment, and then I will spec later on into prisoner management. I think that will probably be pretty good. Otherwise, I'm going to spend my weapon proficiency points into crossbows. I think I'm probably going to use a crossbow in this series, I think. But if I don't, then I don't think it's going to be too bad. Anyway, I'm just going to wait here for some time. I'm hopeful that Lord Olaf will actually leave Riverchegg relatively soon, because I'm thinking he'll probably give us a task to eliminate a Sea Raider hideout. Alright, so I've actually made my way over to Sargoth for a very obvious reason, because I'm not just going to wait around for Mr. Olaf to come out and you know, make us do a series of unfortunate events, you know, never mind. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to wait for him, so I've just come over here to Sargoth, and we are going to join the tournament here, because this is, of course, the best way that we can make some cash. I do have a little bit of cash. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. I'm going to change the tournament options here. We're going to go for 2 points only, and I will go with 2 teams of 3 fighters each. 4 teams of 1. No, I think we're gonna just go with this. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me, in my opinion. Lance and shield. Technically, I could go for a one-handed, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be any good at using it. So I'm actually going to go for enhanced weapons instead of enhanced horse, and hopefully that's going to help out a little bit more. So let's try it. Okay, so how's the horse? I guess it's alright. Enhanced weapons are probably going to be a little bit more effective for us this time around. Hopefully I will be able to kill this guy. And then he's moving, of course, but hopefully I will be able to... never mind. Okay, well, I guess I could go for this guy instead. Yes, there we go. That is fantastic. That's a lot of damage. And we already have a point. That's good. That means that we will hopefully be able to eliminate this guy. Oh, 59. 59 damage. That's all we needed. Hopefully, yes. Sir Henry, very good job. I was trying to attack him with a normal attack there, but I think we are perfectly fine now. Don't think we need to worry about any kind of loss. Nope, there we go. We did it. We actually gained 2 points, and of course, the additional point from winning, and there you go, 817. That's fantastic. Okay, and we're actually leading. Look at this. We're actually leading in points at the moment, and we're gaining additional renown rewards. We're gaining additional experience because we are doing much better than the competitors, and hopefully I'll be able to do a similar thing in this round as well. But yeah, you know how it is. Sometimes you just get unlucky like that guy. He got super unlucky because he faced my lance, and that was really bad for him. This is also kind of bad for me. I've got to be a bit careful here because, let's face it, these guys can absolutely murder me in literally like 2 hits. So we got to be a bit careful. But thankfully, yeah, there we go. Oh, Nazaria. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I actually, am I that sorry? Not particularly. That's actually one of the reasons why you probably want to try and get as many companions as possible in these things, so that you can actually win tournaments extremely easily, because then all your companions are going to be in the tournament. Not so, however, in mods like Pendor, where your companions actually become absolute beasts later on in the series or in the playthrough, because I tried to do a tournament off screen in Pendor recently. Let me just tell you, my companions in that are murdering me like no one's business, and I don't know what I can do about it. And I'm talking about companions that start with literally nothing, like Leslie. She's just destroying us, so that's kind of a thing. Anyway, hopefully I won't die here. 37 damage I just took. Nazaria was once again in the battle, which is hilarious because he's gotten himself killed once more. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Not enough run up to be able to get my lance working here, but this is... he almost got me. He almost got me. Do you see that? He was actually using the manual attack with the lance, because they generally tend to do that, the AI, because they know that the couch lance is going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. All right, so round 3 standings are this guy doing absolute work, and we are currently rank 1. Look at this. We're actually rank 1. Pretty crazy. Bear in mind that we are still playing with these settings. I actually have the battle size on a little bit lower, but that doesn't really matter at the moment. The point is that all of these are exactly the same as they used to be. And, well, you could obviously tell from the thrown weapon just absolutely murdering me earlier on. So we'll see if I can maybe do a little bit of a sneaky lance in the back here. Yes, there we go. Nice. That is what we want to see. And maybe we can... No, my lance was a little bit too slow there. Nice. Okay, there we go. We got him as well. Wow, we're actually doing really well this time around. I wonder whether it is because I have changed the enhanced option. So instead of an enhanced horse, I have an enhanced set of weapons, which might have actually made the difference. But if not, then, well, then we're just doing pretty well. As you can see, these are the current standings. Byron is doing a fantastic job, but he is closely followed by Guardsman Mastino. A bit worried about that. I think this is this the final round? I think this might be the final round, so I need to get at least 2 kills to stand any chance. Yes, okay, there's the first kill. Fantastic. Let's see if we can get another one. There we go. Okay, this is going to be a bit problematic. I'm not sure if... No. I thought that might be the case. Ooh, I don't know whether he can actually catch us. Mastino. Can he actually catch us right now? Because wonder whether he gets, like, additional points for killing multiple people. He might. Yeah, as you can see, he got one extra point. So I guess it's not actually a big deal, as we do have another round to go. So he might very well catch us, which is going to be kind of harsh. But as you can see, we are making so much money right now. And this is exactly the reason why I headed over here, because, of course, what we want to do is we want to try and earn enough money to be able to buy a dye works in Riverchegg as soon as possible, because even in Nova Aetas, you're going to need a weavery and dye works in that town. It is just far and away the best thing that you can do for income early game, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. There we go. That guy's dead now as well. Fantastic. And there you go. We're actually number 1. Can you believe it? There we go. We gained some tobacco, which is actually not what I would have liked, but okay. And we also gained 3,000 florins, 500 experience, 24 renown, which is just insane. And there you go. And how much do I now have? 7,700 florins. Fantastic. That's really good. Okay, so that means I can actually go into here. I'll sell the tobacco for 600 additionally. And we'll buy some fine cabbages, bread, and so on and so forth. Maybe I can buy some clean water. Yep, I can buy some clean water. I'm going to definitely do that. Fantastic. Really good. Okay, I am very, very pleased about this. That means I'll be able to go back and hopefully speak to King Olaf. No, it's not it's not King Olaf, but it is Olaf Forkbeard, I believe his name is. Ah, now look at this. It seems like we have gained a trait, and this trait appears to be healthy. And this is to have a reasonable constitution to stave off most physical complaints. We gain +1 morale per week, and you can check your traits by pressing the V key anywhere. Alright, so I have been waiting here for a little bit of time. I have spec'd into a couple of points into intelligence and into first aid and surgery, as I said before that I was going to. And we might as well go and fight these Tundra bandits. I have a couple of people that need to be leveled up still, and let's do it. Alright, this is going to be a bit problematic because, well, my guys are really low tier, so if they do end up dying, then that's just how it is, but I hope that I will not end up dying along with them. So let's see what we can do here. I'm definitely going to need to spec into shield as well, and that's the thing. It's kind of a delicate balance in this mod to get every single thing that you actually need, because of course in other mods, when you're doing the Iron Man challenge, you can focus on Iron Flesh, you can focus on shield, you can focus on the survivability skills, whereas in Nova Aetas, you definitely have to get the self-healing ability. The self-healing ability is just so crucial to longevity in sieges and so on and so forth, because you're not going to have the same kind of quality armor that you're going to have in other mods like Pendor, for example. And it is going to be very, very important that you have something to heal yourself with, especially when you're up against 1,000 units or something like that. And of course, in the case of Pendor, you're not really going to have any healing, but you're also not going to have armor that gives you about 50 protection. You're going to have armor that gives you, you know, a grand total of like 80, 90 protection or overall, you know, especially in a chest piece I'm talking about, because chest pieces in that will usually give you, you know, higher tier ones will usually give you 65 to maybe 70, maybe even 75, dependent on if you're using rune armor or something like that. But the point is that in Nova Aetas, you don't have any of these super powerful items. You do have powerful items, but nothing like that. So you definitely have to get something that is going to heal yourself. And of course, you then have to balance it with the amount of agility that you need to be able to gain a good amount of shield skill, and you have to balance it with the amount of strength that you're going to have to gain for Iron Flesh and the inevitable requirements for various bits of armor as well. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of damage here and there, but it is really not going to be fantastic. I will try, if I can, to eliminate someone and maybe do a little bit of damage from the back line here. Got to be careful about the various units that are using spears, and I also have to be careful about charging straight at them, because if I charge straight at them with a shield skill of 1, it is more than likely that they will be able to get through my shield, and that is not something we want, of course. I don't have the ability to heal myself right now, which is kind of dicey, but hopefully I will have the opportunity soon. I only need 2 more levels. 2 more levels will get me... Oh, actually 1 more level, and finishing reading the book that I have in the inventory will actually get me what I need. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. There we go. There's another kill for us. I'm losing a bunch of people, but that's okay. As I've said, units in general in this kind of challenge are basically expendable. You don't really need to worry about your units dying in the least, because the most important thing is not dying yourself. And I think we're good. Yep, I think we're pretty good right there. Okay, I'm happy. Oh, are we? Are we? We might not actually be... Yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, phew. Okay, that was a little bit worrying there. I actually thought that we might have some issues. But we did lose quite a few people, but thanks to my surgery skill, we do have 7 wounded, which is alright, not too bad. We did gain 6 renown as well, and we are going to just continue releasing our prisoners up until the time that we start fighting against units that are going to award us with a huge amount of cash if we were to find them with a ransom broker, because if you take them prisoner, I assume that that's what you can do. You can take them to a ransom broker instead of just ransoming them straight away for 60 florins, which I don't think is that much, but we are just fighting Tundra bandits. But I'm wondering whether I take them to a ransom broker, whether that's going to be more expensive. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to just get the prestige for the moment because I don't have any prisoner management as it is, and we're now going to start leveling up a couple of people into some berserkers, which are very cool units indeed. Let's take all of this. I think Nazaria isn't he a bowman? Does he have power draw? No, he doesn't have power draw. It's kind of weird. Kind of seems like he might be pretty good at that. Oh well, never mind. Apparently he isn't. So I guess we will not do that. Oh, this flanged mace is actually very good. Oh well. I guess I'm not going to be using it at the moment. I'm not really a prisoner-taking build at the moment. There you go. We actually did level up as well. Let's get another point in wound treatment, another point in pathfinding, and let's get a little bit in crossbows here. I'm going to need more in shield skill as well, but I do have to be careful about various Sea Raider parties in the area. Thankfully, I am pretty... Am I not faster than them? Ooh, that was super close. That was so close. Wow. I'm actually kind of surprised that it was that close, considering I do have a pretty decent amount. Oh, the tournament ended? Are you serious? No, I don't think the tournament ended. I think I can join it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the tournament is actually going on at Rivercheck, and if I can win a couple of rounds, I don't even have to win the entire thing, but if I can win a couple of rounds, then I will theoretically be able to afford a Weavery and Dye Works. I think a Weavery and Dye Works in Nova Aetas is about 12,000, is it? Not entirely sure on that. I will have to check after this. So, oh, it's Misty. Oh, hello there. All right, this is going to be a bit problematic, maybe? Oh, dear. Yeah, I actually needed to do something kind of harsh at the beginning. I needed to really take someone out. As you can see, Guardsman David is just going absolutely crazy. Okay, calm down, Dave. Calm down. Yeah, he's going crazy. There we go. We actually took him out. Fantastic. Okay, that's exactly what we needed. We needed to get on the board somehow, but we only have... Oh, we do have 4 points. Okay, that's actually not too bad. So maybe we'll do okay. Okay, let's continue onward. Okay, so I've just got to ascertain whether there is someone with a lance immediately. If there's no lance, then I would be able to go straight at them, which is what I did, because he just had a one-handed. There we go. Oh, that is the king. I was right in thinking that it was King Olaf. Oh, that's hilarious. Must have remembered after all this time that he was actually the king of this faction, which is actually kind of insane. It's also insane that I killed all 3 of the enemy. Can't believe it. Okay, so we need to win one more, or, well, should we just say one more for the base amount that the Dye Works might actually be. But it's probably going to be much more than that. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh dear, I'm by myself. Well, there's him dead. I guess I can get 1 point, and maybe, just maybe, I will be able to get another. I did, look at that. I delivered couch lance damage, but apparently it didn't do anything. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry. We've got this. Or not. 61 damage. Okay. Well, this is not exactly a life or death situation because it is technically just a tournament, and the rules stipulate that you can die in tournaments, you know. Okay, come on now. Yeah. My horse is quite damaged, and I think it's going to be giving up the ghost relatively soon. Got to be careful about them using the manual attack, as I've said. I tried to use it there as well, just to see if I could maybe do a little bit extra. There we go, 38 damage. You can actually do some pretty decent damage with it. Especially if the enemy is coming toward you at the same time, because you can utilize their speed bonus against them. And that's exactly the reason why the AI tends to do that kind of stuff. Anyway, we gained a huge amount of points. Look at that, 6 points. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so let's just continue onward. Try and get as much money as we can get our hands on, and then we will try and buy that Weavery and Dye Works. I hopefully will be able to. There we go. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe I won't even go for a Weavery and Dye Works. Maybe I'll try and buy some property or something like that. Because I seem to remember that property is really, really good for earning prestige. And the thing with Nova Aetas is that there's a whole different resource system in regards to, well, basically leveling up your character. It's not just renown and honor and right to rule anymore. There's also prestige to think about. And prestige, well, basically it levels you up in a variety of different social rankings. So when you get prestige, you're going to level up from being just a regular peasant, which is what we are at the moment, and then you're going to go into different varying classes. And if you create your own faction, you will automatically get promoted all the way to the maximum rank. So sometimes I have heard of a strategy where it is basically just to create your own faction as soon as possible. I know that that's going to be kind of difficult in the Ironman challenge, but if you're just playing normally, then you could theoretically try to do that, where you just get, you know, some really, really powerful army together and then just try and besiege something super quickly. And it is possible. I have seen it done, but I've not really done that kind of thing myself, because I generally tend to play a little bit slower than that. And by a little bit, I mean a huge amount. But the point is that that kind of thing seems pretty cool, actually. It seems like a pretty cool way to do it, because that would then mean that you have, well, you don't even need to keep your own faction, if you know what I mean. You don't need to keep it. You can basically just make it, and then it will boost you up to that level of prestige, because it technically, you know, the game technically then thinks that you are the leader of a faction, even if your faction is still not, you know, is not available anymore. So it's kind of a roundabout way of just skipping all of the lower tier activities, because there are a lot of activities that you can do to gain prestige. There's wood chopping, there's mining, there's buying properties, which is what I'm thinking of maybe doing. There's all kinds of really, really cool things that you can do in this mod. And I actually got to say that I really like how much work has gone into this. And I think, as far as I'm aware, it was just a single person. One person working on this mod by themselves, and you can imagine how crazy the amount of scope that actually is. And it's a shame that it's no longer worked on, but they left a really, really good product, in my opinion. It's really good. It's nice and polished. There are still a couple of bugs. Just bear that in mind. There are still a couple of bugs, and the polish is really high, but there are those various little rough edges sometimes. Anyway, there you go. We actually did win this again. We won another tournament. Can't believe it, to be honest. And there's another 3,000 florins experience and renown, as well as our wonderful tobacco. And we're going to sell that tobacco for a decent amount. Let's sell all of this other stuff too. I'm thinking of really selling the Sword of Harlaus, because I'm not actually going to use it anymore. And it seems like, why am I not reading this book, by the way? I think maybe I didn't have enough intelligence to read it before, but now I do, so maybe it will start doing something. But anyway, let's have a look at the property. So property is kind of interesting, because you can buy it. So you can see here, I can buy a laborer's house, or I could buy a patrician mansion, for example, if I had 23,800 florins. And then what you can do is, if you buy it, then you can rent it out. And it's going to give you a certain amount of cash every single week, which is actually kind of awesome. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the streets, and I will try to find the guild master, because apparently you can't access it from the main town menu, which is fine. All right, so, oh yeah, you can also become an apprentice and learn a profession of something in particular, and then you can create masterpiece works, if you know what I mean. So basically, masterpiece works are for ranking up in your particular profession. I'm not going to be doing that at the moment, but I will be doing some of that later on. So, I wish to buy land. You don't even belong to the craftsman class. Don't let me laugh. Your job is to work hard, not to own enterprises. Go work in the fields, cut trees, or mine stone. Yeah, exactly. So what you can do is you can go and be a farmer in the fields, you can cut trees down, or you can mine stone. And that is a bit of an unfortunate thing. So it's gated. It's a bit of a gated thing, which is, I think, actually not too bad. I don't actually have a problem with it, because I can basically just go buy a laborer's house. And look at this. We're going to gain 47 prestige points. There you go. Fantastic. Now what we can do is we can rent it out for 380 florins per week, which personally is not that much, but think about this. 380 florins, right, per week, plus another 380 florins. Oh, I don't have enough. Are you serious? Ah, I thought I actually had enough. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, so, well, anyway, if I did have enough cash, I would have been able to buy 2, and then I could have had 380 florins times 2 per week, and then I would have been able to buy another one and another one. So there's 4 potential sources of investment and indeed revenue from this particular town. And then on top of that, you can then build a weavery and dye works once you reach the craftsman class. And I think we are actually at the craftsman class now, if I am correct about that. No, we are now a peasant, apparently. We're still just a peasant? Are you serious? We're still just a peasant? Okay, let's actually just have a quick look here. Class information. See, we have 53 prestige points. I could buy another one in a very short amount of time, and then I'd have 100 prestige points. So let's actually have a look. Yeah, so prestige next is 100. Peasants are mostly farmers, very traditional class, and so on and so forth. Okay, yeah. So basically what I'll need to do is I'll need a little bit of extra cash. I'm actually wondering whether they're going to have another tournament here, whether the tournament is going to last. Yeah, there you go. So I can actually participate in another tournament. I won't be doing that right now, but I will be doing it off screen, and then next time in the next episode we will have enough money to be able to purchase another laborer's house, and then hopefully that will advance us to the next rank. And then I just need to earn enough money to be able to buy a weavery and dye works. Yes, I know, it's very meta or in-depth, either one you want to call it, but otherwise I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.